Hello and welcome back to another Star Stable video. Today we are going to do some training with my Gotland pony Pauline. You can see right up here she is currently level 12 and the max level is level 15, but we already knew that. I did get a new microphone so that you guys can hear me better, and I really wish I could get a better recording software for this because you probably can't tell, or can, I don't know, but it lags whenever I record, and I don't know what else to record with other than Bandicam. So that's fine. So I thought I would share some roleplay stories for this training because I really can't find anything other to look at since I'm not popular enough to gather any stories to talk about. So let me think of one. I was replaying today, and this girl joined, and it was a wild role where all the mares would be dating mares. It was a lesbian role. Well, this person joins, and I figured the way she was asking questions, she was a noob. Nope, she was level 19. She joined asking if she could be a stallion, and I politely told her no, because it was a lesbian roleplay. Well, she seemed fine with that, and we continued to do our roles. It was then that she asked that if they were going to be humans to capture us. Oh, pardon. And we told her no, we wanted it to just be wild. Then she left, and that is what I don't like about the role-playing community or people that roleplay like that. They ask for something, and when they don't get their way, they throw a fit like a huge toddler and leave. And I don't like it when you act like that. It just makes you look really bad. Let's see, there was this other one that was about a year ago. We were doing a roleplay at South Club. And it was a two-person role. It was just me and my good friend who hasn't played in almost a freaking year. I don't know that this person came over, and she was fairly new to the game. She was a noob, but she had South. She comes over and asks to join our roleplay, and we politely told her it was a two-person roleplay and that we didn't want anyone else to join. Now, any person asking that would be like, oh, okay, and they would just leave, because, normal people do that. No, this person literally screamed at us saying, if you don't join, I'm going to call Star Stable and hack you or something. I don't know. She was just making all sorts of these weird threats, and it was really concerning us, so we ignored her, and we contacted Star Stable. And again, like they usually do, they don't care. But for any new players out there, if you act like that, we are going to ignore you and we are going to report you. That's not nice. If we don't want to roleplay with you, you just have to accept that. But anyway, those were just wild roles. Now I'm going to talk about rider roleplays, which usually tend to annoy me more. Let's see, I was in a couple of them where this happened, so I have to try and remember one. So this one time, a friend of mine was hosting a roleplay, and I was in it because we're really good friends. And we got two people to join. Well, this one person was the same level as me, but clearly inexperienced with rider roleplays because they just didn't seem to grasp it. I don't know. Oops. They joined, it was a survival role in Dino Valley. Well, they were making the entire thing about themselves, like, the usual. They're being dramatic, they have, like, all these things that went wrong in their lives, and they power played. They literally gave themselves powers or something, and they power played. And it was getting kind of annoying, and I wanted them to leave, and so did my friend. Eventually they did leave, and we all thought the same thing. They were power playing, it was really annoying. So if you tend to do that in writer roles, people will not like you. I can assure that. There was this other time I hosted a writer roleplay, and I got a few other people to join. Well, then there's the people who are like, actually, I don't want to do this, and then they just leave. Like, I don't know how many times I've had that happen. It is just so darn annoying. But yeah, and then there's the people that don't read the advertisements. They just say the word to join, and then they're like, is this wild? And I'll tell them, no, it's a writer. And then they're just like, oh, never mind, and leave. Please read the ads before you join. I get it, it's a roleplay, you're excited, but please read the entire thing. And then there's the people that bring magic horses when they said no magic horses. Now, I'm fine with magic horses as long as you use their non-magical coat. But then there are players who will use their horse's magical coat, and they're like, well, this is the only horse I had. Well, you don't. I know you don't like to use your starter horse. I don't. But it's better than using your horse's magical coat. And this next story is back to a wild roleplay, but this was back when I first started roleplaying. Like, I was still in my noob stages. I had joined a Rome role, and at the time, I didn't know that Rome meant romance. That horse is slanted, and it makes me uncomfortable. But yeah, I thought it just meant like they're roaming, they're like moving around. I didn't know it meant romance. So I joined one, and I got paired up with a stallion, and I was like, okay, we're falling in love, that's cool. Then we got to the adult stuff, and I'm not a young child. I won't mention my age, but I am not a child, so I could handle it. And we started doing the doubles tango, and I was like, what are we doing? What is this? And then that's when I realized, oh, it's that kind of role. And I had done it before with friends outside of Star Stable, but it still made me feel kind of cringe. So, yeah. And, like, later, I advertised a wild Rome play. I advertised a wild Rome roleplay, and at the time, again, I thought it meant roaming around, not romance. Well, I advertised it, and I literally had a person in Global yell at me. And then I just started a war where everybody's like, well, she can do what she wants to. You're not the boss of her and all that. And I just kind of went, ooh. Alright, there was a bit of a pause there, but I had to go get dinner. Anyways, now I'm going back to my first roleplay ever. This was at Starshine with a huge herd. There's no group, just a huge herd. And I didn't know what was going on. I had just figured out how to use the wild horse feature. And I found this giant herd. And I joined them. They didn't seem to mind. And I was actually having a really fun time. We stayed up pretty late and had a couple laughs here and there. You know, usual. Oh, sorry. And this was actually where I met my first and good roleplay friend, the one who hasn't been on in a while. And basically every day that I was on Star Stable, she was there, and we would roleplay for so long, but my butt would hurt, and it was just really fun times. We still roleplay, we just haven't done it in a while. But now I make up with like plots, and I share them in our Discord chat, and we act them out the next time they're on. And I enjoy it. But, oh god, Jesus. Alright, I'll get back to you after I'm done with this raid. I just decided to quit because I wasn't gonna make the time limit anyway. But now I have more friends, and I roleplay with them frequently too, including that good friend of mine that we do writer roleplays with. I've never seen her do a wilds roleplay. I don't think she likes them, which is fine. But another good friend of mine just logged on, and she's probably gonna say hi to me or something. I don't know. We used to be in a club, but she disbanded it randomly, so sorry about that random cut. My recording stopped because I'm using the free version of Bandicam because I refuse to pay for stuff like that. I am a big old cheapskate. You'll soon learn to know it. But anyways, I was just about to end the video right there, so if you want to send me any stories, I will leave a Google Doc down in the description where you can submit them. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!